Good evening, guys. Welcome to the program. Allow me a few seconds to share the screen. So let us start the program. Welcome to the program. Again, thanks for joining this session. Today we are going to see a topic on order management and CRM. Of course, many supply chain professionals may wonder what order management has to do with supply chain professionals. Of course, this is a part of overall supply chain management in the current scenario. In fact, if you see any of the global certification in supply chain management, also involve this type of topic in their content and testing. Also, if you are working in retail supply chain management, then order management and CRM is a part of your profession. In fact, the gap between supply chain and sales is decreasing in retail supply chain management. So it is essential for you to learn order management and CRM. Of course, some people are already there doing in CRM or order management in supply chain as a part of supply chain management. So today we will peep into some of the concepts in order management. In fact, I have pulled some of the slides from our regular program to give you some highlight about this topic. Of course, additional details are available in our website. You will get those details as we progress. Before digging into the topic, let me introduce myself. My name is Patabi Raman. This is my LinkedIn profile. You are always welcome to connect or follow me. As far as my educational background is concerned, I am an engineer with a PG degree in management and data science. I have worked nearly 2.5 decades in this global organization in each and every subdomain of supply chain management. And the last few years, I have been heading the supply chain in this organization. Currently, I am heading the organization by name Thoughtware Training Private Limited as CEO. As far as my certification is concerned, you should be aware about IACM APEX if you are a supply chain professional. These are globally recognized certification provided by this organization. These may be important for even for you to qualify and get certified if you are looking for a job and you are looking for a good career growth. These are very important. Also, similar certifications are available from Demand Driven Institute. Both of them are based in US and they are globally recognized. I am also a certified purchasing manager apart from project management professional and qualified from business analytics. Coming to our organization, we are 4 years old organization based in Bangalore. We provide both consulting and training in the domains of supply chain, logistic, purchasing, and analytics related with that. Our brand name is Expert ACM. Okay, coming to the topic, order management is closely related with supply chain now. And when we talk about order management, it is also closely related with customer relationship management or customer servicing. Hope most of you are able to hear and see the screen. If you are able to hear my voice and the screen, can you type in the LinkedIn comments? Coming to the order management concept, there are two phases of order management. One is influencing the order, and the other one is executing the order. As a supply chain professional, possibly we are involved in executing the order, that is phase two. But if you are in the retail supply chain management, possibly you are also involved in the phase one. In the phase one, when we say influencing the order, it could be organization is attempting to change the manner in which customer place the order. So once the order is received, we are going to execute the order in the terms of order receipt, order fulfillment, and order shipment. Many metrics in the supply chain management cover executing the order. For example, order to dispatch or order to cash or cash to cash cycle comes into picture in the phase 2 section. Coming to customer service concept, whether you are in hardcore supply chain or allied domain, customer service is always linked to the performance of supply chain. You can see nowadays customer service being used as a philosophy, and many of the supply chain metrics are covering towards customer service, and the customer service is also becoming activity in the supply chain domain. So you can see how these two are related, order management and customer service. One is influencing the order and execute the order, like we have seen earlier. But customer service can also be considered as a philosophy, as a performance measure, and as well as an activity. That's where you can see many subdomain under these topics which are correlated, starting with CRM, customer relationship management, then determine performance measures and levels, provide pre-transaction order information. Then while executing, you are taking care of service recovery, manage or measure performance level, order execution. Any of the participant, if you have any doubts or clarification, you are always welcome to type in the LinkedIn comments. I have access to it so that we can make this program more interactive. I hope some of you are in the customer service function. You are always welcome to type your comment. Coming to the order management, as we were seeing, influencing the order, it could be in the form of CRM, customer relationship management, and executing order could be order management and order fulfillment. Coming to order management, CRM is also a software provided by major vendors. It could be ERP or standalone software. It tries to capture the all the activity related to sales, something we called as a sales funnel, where we know the prospect and take the prospect in a sequential step so that we convert the prospect into order. So we know who are the prospects, who are potential customer, and though it is more of a sales activity, but we are also getting involved in the current situation. So in the CRM, we are going to see how much, what, when, so that we can maximize the efficiency of shipping organization logistic network. Okay, so this happens, CRM happens in four step. Possibly the first one could be segmenting your customer base by profitability, which means you should know how to calculate the profitability of the customer. Nowadays, the segment is also not huge. You are supposed to reach to the small group of customer, or many time, nowadays we are reaching individual customers. Then identify the product or service package for each customer segment, develop and execute best practices, measure performance, and continuously improve. Maybe in this session, we will see some of the topics involved in this CRM related activity. See, earlier it was only a product and service was being offered separately, but now we are going to combine both product and service package. Depending upon customer segment and the customer willingness to pay higher amount for the service, we are going to distinguish the service provided to the different customer. For example, assume that you are going to offer same product and service offering to the same customer segment while varying the product quality or service level. A example is given here, how you can segment the customer and also your products and service can be segmented. This is very important for supply chain professional, because all our supply planning depends on what is the service level we are trying to provide to the customer. Accordingly, you can plan the material and also provide the safety stock. When we do this type of customer segment, you can always see different segment have a different quality level, order fill level. In fact, based on this, our material planning happens. You also have the lead time based on which you can design your supply chain network, delivery time, payment terms, customer service support. So you can see that CRM and supply chain management is so much closely integrated, and based on the commitment what you make to the customer, our planning starts there. Hope most of the participant understand what I am saying. Any doubts or clarification, you are always welcome to type in the LinkedIn comment. Are you able to follow me? So I have been interacting with many professional in terms of supply chain management. When I check with them what is the customer service level you provide to the customer, they give me a plain answer. They say 100% service level to all the customer, and it is practically impossible to provide such a 100% service level, that too across all the product to all the customer. So you need to segment the customer based on their own requirement. Okay, somebody may not expect a 100% service level, but at the same time they want the lower cost. This has an implication on supply chain management and related aspects. Okay, so you can see some of the samples in terms of product quality, order fill rate. You may provide in terms of either product differentiation or service differentiation. In the earlier slide, we were talking about product differentiation for different service categories, whereas in this slide, you can see the different service offering to different customers. In fact, this type of segmentation helps in supply chain in better planning of the material as well as services. So when we say profitability of the customer, you should also find out which customer, which product is profitable. Possibly, that's where ABC costing may be used by some organization to know the relative profitability of the customer and their segment. Traditionally, we don't do this ABC costing. We simply allocate based on the general overhead. But when it comes to calculating profitability in a better way, then we need to involve activity based costing also. Okay, this is what we is called currently cost to serve. How much you are spending for a particular customer or a customer segment, and based on this you can decide what is the pricing, and as well as what package you can provide to those customer. In fact, like if you are attending my other session on purchasing, we classify the vendors or material based on profit impact or difficulty to get that material. Even the customer can also be classified based on this. You can see net sales value of customer on one axis and cost to serve. Cost to serve, you should be clear how much you are spending to serve to the customer. Accordingly, you can classify the customer whether they are profitable or least profitable. And some people may be in between, where you have to build them and bring them up. And some people may be a cost engineer. Without giving most efficient service, it may not be possible to have them. So this gives an idea when you have in the danger zone, these people are not fit for the business. Either you have to take them to next quadrant or throw them out. And when you have built the category, you may have to develop them and make them most profitable. And in the profitable segment, you have to protect them so that they become lifetime customers. Okay, so customers are also classified based on this cost to serve and how is the net sales value. One of the metric which we use in supply chain for performance of supply chain is known as order to cash. Okay, how fast you are going to convert the order to cash. Any of the participant who's aware what is OTC, order to cash? Can you type in the LinkedIn comment if you are watching live in the LinkedIn? What is order to cash means? This is one of the important metric. Nowadays, supply chain competes based on order to dispatch. Possibly in some time, it may go to order to cash or cash to cash cycle. And you can see the contribution of supply chain is huge in making the difference in the organization. Now, supply chains are competing based on reduced cycle time. Maybe you can call this as order to cash or even replenishment time. What is order to cash time? Can anyone type in the LinkedIn comment if you are involved in the process? This could be possibly your own interview question. Nowadays, if you are trying to apply to any e-commerce companies or technology companies, you should be in a position to calculate or tell what is this and how many days are there in your organization. What could be the benchmarking figure both in terms of OTC as well as replenishment time. Okay, so Amit is replying time after you receive the order to cash. What does it mean? Can you explain? Time between what cycle to what cycle? Yeah, Sahil is saying how quickly we can convert to order to cash. Here we are talking about the time between you receive the order and then you dispatch the item to your customer and customer also make the payment. So generally this time should be less than 1 month or 30 days time, but that is shrinking day by day. It is shrinking. Okay. In fact, supply chain measurement performance is measured in terms of order to customer receiving the material. Okay, how fast you can do it? Can you do it 3 days, 2 days? Even Amazon is struggling now. They are taking 4 or 5 days to deliver to their customer. And in the market there are a lot of people who say they can deliver in the same day, possibly within 2 hours, within 30 minutes. So your process, supply chain process, should be robust so that you are able to deliver to the customer within the specified time. Okay, this is where there are two things. One is including cash, and another thing maybe you can also see in terms of replenishment cycle. Possibly in the retail environment, the space is limited, especially the prime space. So the fast moving material are kept in a limited quantity. So you should be in a position to do frequent replenishment. And how fast could be depends on the product and the type of industry. And there is no surprise if you have been asked to replenish the product every hour. Okay, every hour you should be in a position to replenish, which means you should have a strong logistic process to do this. Okay, so you need to understand what happens, what are the process involved from the time you receive the order till it is getting dispatched, where it is taking more time, and how you can optimize each one of these things. Suppose currently you say you are taking 3 days to do this, then what are the methods you can reduce it to 2 days or 1 days? So it's so many activities involved. For example, there is a information flow, there is a product flow, and also a cash flow. So you have to see each of the process involved and how you can optimize this process. So you can see some example here given. I am looking mostly towards supply chain management angle, and these are the real metric for a supply chain performance currently in many of the e-commerce company. So you know what are the breakup for this OTC, for example, order placement, order processing, order preparation, order shipment, total cycle time, and each one you should have a record data or should measure how much currently you are taking, and after changing any system how much you are going to take. For example, here possibly it cannot be in days. Now people wants everything in 2 hours, 3 hours. So order placement, possibly you should facilitate how you can receive the order quickly. So if it is taking 5 hours, now how you can make it 3 hours. Like this, each of this process has to be designed so that you can serve the customer better. Of course, we discuss each one of this process in our programs. What you are seeing is a brief introduction. So, anyone of you interested in knowing more or learning in supply chain and allied topics, you can either visit our site, or you can also approach our staff using this WhatsApp number. You will also receive some YouTube link where you can also subscribe to our channel. Any of the previous recorded sessions you will be able to see. We have more than 50 to 60 videos in the YouTube channel. Now Sahil is asking, what is the difference between make to stock and make to order? Okay, this is not so relevant here. Now many organizations, they are doing 99% of the organization are now moving towards make to stock. Okay, nothing is the technology is still not available to meet the customer expectation. Now customer expectation has changed so dramatically, the technology is still changing. Okay, so make to stock in the current environment is becoming redundant. Okay, whatever product you are getting, and now you need it quickly, immediately, same day, if not next day. So you cannot do make to order for many of the products. 99% of the product, it is make to stock. Somebody has made whatever you are taking today, refrigerator or a car, it is done 6 months back or 1 year back. Okay, so that is the expectation of a customer. So if you want to provide better service, you have to go back to make to stock, and thereby you are going to increase the number of warehouses. Also, you know, Amazon is building warehouses everywhere, increasing inventory everywhere. But it doesn't matter, customer wants it, customer is willing to pay for that amount. So the way in which we were doing supply chain is also going to change based on customer expectation. Okay, any others, any doubt, clarification, you can always type in the LinkedIn comment. I am watching it. Yuvraj, can you share the YouTube channel? You can also see a link available in one of the comments, a link for our YouTube channel where you can see such type of live program available over last several months. It is available, and you are always welcome to go through our site or contact our staff in the given WhatsApp number. We provide both consulting and training, mainly in supply chain domain area. As you have seen in my LinkedIn profile, I am a practically experienced oriented person with Apex certifications. as well as with the analytical knowledge. What you have to expect from any of the trainer? Is this a combination? Any doubts or clarification, you can type in the LinkedIn comments. Do you like this type of short introductory program? You can see the LinkedIn YouTube channel link is available. You can go to the channel, subscribe it. You will see 50, 60 videos on different topics. Of course, our focus is on supply chain, logistic and procurement related area. You can watch this video. Of course, all these are free. So if you are happy, you are welcome to leave feedback. If you are looking for some brief introduction on any of the supply chain topic, you can also leave a comment so that I can come back with such requirement. Thanks for joining. Bye. Have a nice